today we're going to look at some of the design documents that I have so far for your living room. So
Okay.
before we get into it, I want to summarize the client brief that I did with you earlier in the process. So basically, you wanted an all beige living room, with the exception
Mhm.
of maybe little blacks here and there. You wanted a space to read, relax, and watch TV. You also wanted a very minimalistic theme, but not too boring at the same time, with like a hint of luxury as well. So I hope I got it right.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So now this is actually the floor plan of your living room. This basically gives me an idea of the space that I'll be working with. It gives me all the measurements and dimensions of the space and the size of furnitures and fittings that I'll have to use and where the light fixtures goes and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, this is basically the space we're working with. This is your living room. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna look at the mood board. Okay, so this is basically an amalgamation of your client brief, of what I thought your brief indicated that you wanted for your room. This actually doesn't have any of the actual furnitures that we're gonna be putting in the actual design, but it's actually it just gives us an idea of the kind of vibe that we can expect in the room. So as you can see, everything here is beige because you wanted an all beige space, and because you said you'd like a space for art and you wanted different textures and patterns to make it more interesting. So I've added those annotations and I've added those themes within the mood board. And I've also added comfort without compromise of luxury, because I think this is the main idea that you wanted for your room. And I've also used a picture that you have provided me as your inspiration in the mood board itself. So
Yeah.
I hope this actually encapsulates what you wanted for your space.
I like unique designs of things. So I like the bookshelf that you put and the accessories on it. It's very unique.
Thank you. Let's move on to the sample board. So basically now the sample board actually has items that is gonna be the part of the actual design. And so we've got some upholstery for the couch and seating areas, and we've got the paint that we're going to be using for the wall and the flooring. So as you can see, I've used different textures over here for the main couch, and then I've got another kind of texture for the seating, and then this is for the curtains. And so I think this curtain is perfect. It has a little bit of texture and it's not too thin, not too thick. It lets the perfect amount of light in, but it also isn't too thin that it like, it gives you enough privacy. I remember that the view outside the room isn't too great, so you would want a little bit of that. Um,
Yeah.
and as you can see, the flooring number 5, it's actually porcelain tile flooring, but it looks like wood flooring. And I know how you I think what I gathered from your brief that you would want a little bit more sophisticated look of the wood rather than the shiny glittery of the porcelain tile. This gives off a more matte wooden look. So what do you think of this?
Yeah. I actually really like wooden floors as well, but I didn't think because of where I live, I didn't think it was possible because it's very hard to maintain and it's not really used here. So to find a tile that looks like wood is quite amazing.
All right, thank you. Let's move on to the we've a design idea. So basically, this is the wall A. This is actually where your entrance is. As you can see, this is the entrance of your living room, and this is the wall that the couch would be facing. And you've got your TV here and some storage un, underneath, and then you've got some open shelves at the top. So what my thought process behind designing this was, I wanted to keep this as minimalistic as possible, alongside providing you with storage and like utilizing the wall the best to my capabilities. And I think you would really like this since it's not too cluttered and it's all beige, and you also got a little bit of storage for your books and accessories that I think would go really well with the space. And as you can see, for the TV, I've actually found a TV that's called there are some TVs out there that can also double as a artwork. So I know your love for art, and I think a TV like that would go great over here, which when turned off, it can pose as an artwork, but when you're in mood for a little show, then you can also like turn it on and watch whatever you want sitting on your couch. So I hope you like this design.
Yeah, I really like it. I especially like it because the TV looks like a painting itself.
Yeah,
So I think that is very beautiful.
yeah, okay, so we're gonna move on to the main rendering, the perspective rendering that I did, which shows the couch and the flooring and the walls. And so here it is. So as you can see, this is the wall that you see as you enter the room. This is wall B and wall C. As you can see, I've utilized the space on the wall behind the couch, and I've used the space above the couch as a place to display your art because you wanted that specifically. You wanted a wall to showcase and display your art. And
Yeah.
on the side, I've put some open shelvings for your books and accessories as well. I've avoided using like closed shelvings because that would make the space a little bit more closed off. It wouldn't flow as nicely. So I think because you wanted a minimalistic design, so I think this goes perfectly well. And you've also mentioned that you like plants, so I've added a little something over here. And for you wanted me to raise the curtains, so I did. I didn't go all the way up because I think that wouldn't look very nice, but I've raised it way higher than it was previously, and I think it looks better like this. And for the couch, I went for a curved couch because I think curved couches look just a tad bit more luxurious than the square ones. And for the cushions, as you can see, I've added a little bit of color and texture, still in the beige spectrum, obviously, but I think that adds a little bit of visual interest to the space. I've also added a rug to the area, as you can see, and everything is monotone like you wanted. And yeah, I hope you like what you see.
Yeah, I really like it. I can see myself relaxing and living in this space and actually feeling really great.
Yeah, I hope it meets all your expectations and what you envision for the space.
Yeah, I like the plant as well. It adds nature into the room.
Yeah, thank you. So, that's it for today. I hope you have a nice day.